So here we are again. I am really sorry for my hair. It's just like extremely boofy right now. Yeah. So to catch you up on where I've been this week, I don't really have that much to talk about, but I do want to talk to you about some things. So last week I spoke to you about 3 books. I had City of Bones, I had The Casual Vacancy, and I had Alice in Wonderland. And I'm done with all 3 of them. Regardless of how I'm done, I am done. And I will explain to you where I've been at. So what I want to start out with is actually just some kind of like real talk. I haven't read much this week. I've read a fair amount, but not much. It's basically been quite a hard week for me this week. When I'm trying to think in relation to when this video is going up. Well, Monday. To me, that's yesterday, but it's Monday because I know this video is going up on the Wednesday. Monday was the 8-year anniversary of one of my best friend's death, and in the build up to that week, it's been very difficult for me, and I've just not been in the right mood. I've never been great with it, but I think this time, not being around my friends, not keeping myself entertained via external hobbies, I've had more time to just sit and reflect. And you know, I'm good at sitting and reflecting on things. I tell people and teach people how to do it as part of my career. Like, I'm really good at taking care of myself, but I do that in moderation and also find ways to take care of myself usually. And this time, just because I can't leave the house, I found that even when I'm doing activities such as reading, or when I'm doing a jigsaw or listening to music or watching TV, I'm not as busy as I want to be, so my mind doesn't lay off, really. I'm sorry if I'm being really depressing. Like, it's just, I, as a counsellor and as a person, I'm very verbal about my mental health. I'm very verbal about any struggles. I'm very verbal about things like that, because I tell people all the time, just open up about it, talk about it, because you're not alone if you talk about it. And I'm a big believer of opening up and sharing about mental health, because it's not a problem to have mental health issues. It's just the same as physical issues. It's just happening on the inside rather than on the outside. And that's why I wanted to share this. I know a lot of people in this community are really good when it comes to handling mental health. I know a lot of people are very verbal when it comes to talking about it, and I'm really glad. So I just wanted to put it out there. Basically because of that, because of everything that's going on, I've just not been in a good place. I've felt very close to shutting down. I've spent the majority of the days in bed. Regardless, I've always made sure, especially in this time, to get up every day and get dressed, because if you don't get dressed, it's just all too easy to fall into a slump, and I didn't want that to happen to me. So I've made sure to get up every morning and get dressed. I've made sure to wash and shower and eat. Like, I take care of myself because I know I have to, and that's it. I think that's just the extent. I don't really have any fun. Like, I've tried, I do have a laugh. I've spent some time with my friends and it's been a good week, like having even online catch-ups with them. But it's been difficult this week, and I've just not felt the desire to do anything, especially read. I just want to make that clear as a reason of why I've not read. I know people don't expect me to read all the time. I don't expect that anybody is thinking, you've not read that much this week, you're doing really bad. And, you know, it's not even my own personal thing saying you're having an issue. But I just want to make it clear, because I'm so open about mental health, because I don't think mine's been too great, and it has had an effect on my reading this week. I just wanted to make it clear. That's why, and share that, because I think it's important to share that. So on to the books in, you know, the part of the vlog that people actually care about. I finished City of Bones. Now, I've put a vlog out for this, and if you've not watched it already, please do, because that vlog was... If you haven't watched it yet, please do, because that vlog was a journey. It took a lot of work to actually make that legible, because a lot of my thoughts were just screams. Like, this book took me on one hell of a journey, and I am so looking forward to carrying on. I'm going to start pretty much as soon as the next month begins, and I've got it on my TBR. I just need to find a way to work it into the prompts. It's definitely getting done, I just need to find a way to work it in. My TBR video will be here over the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be filming that very shortly. But loved it. If you want to know more, check out the vlog. Really, I just want to say, fantastic book, fantastic series, very strong characters. Like, I did not expect to like the characters as much as I did, but I do, and I love them. And really, I don't find any of the plot unlikable. Like, it has a love triangle-ish, like a romance element, and I loved it. And I don't love that. I never love a love triangle, but I love this. I love all of the twists and the turns. There was nothing about this book I didn't like. I felt betrayed, I felt loved, I felt a giggle. It was one hell of a journey. So if you've not read this, I would recommend you do. If you have read this, I would recommend you check out my vlog so you can get all of my thoughts. Just be warned, it's a very long vlog. Okay, next, I'm going to talk about Casual Vacancy. I did mention last week, I picked this up because I was in a bit of a reading slump with all of my books, and the slump didn't go away with this book. I actually really hated the book. So I said I'd carry on now that I was out of the slump and see how I was going. So I did. Still hated it. DNF'd it. Which really annoys me, because not only is it a big chunky fella, I actually bought this book. What? Did I buy it? I don't think I bought it. It was a gift. Like, someone spent full retail price on this book, which was £20. And I've had it on my shelf for ages. I really had so many high expectations. The plot was not what I thought it was going to be. I was really looking forward to reading a work from J.K. Rowling since Harry Potter, knowing that it wasn't going to be anything like Harry Potter, and I was really excited to see what she was like in other genres. And it was just crap. In the nicest way. The plot's not exactly exciting. I think I did give up fairly early in. Like, I think I gave it to page 50, and I was like, no, I'm done. I can't even attempt anymore. And basically all that happened in those first 50 pages was a man died of natural causes, which is the most boring way to die. And the entire town gossips about it. And that's it. So, personal opinion, crap book. DNF'd. Which makes me sad, because I really didn't want to DNF it. I wanted to love it. It's such a chunky fella. It cost a lot of money to the person that bought it. And I was really looking forward to it, but I didn't. So, I DNF'd it. Going to keep it on my shelves. I'm not going to unhaul it or anything, because I do want to try again at some point in my life. So, I mean, it's on the 100 books to read before you die list. I really need to read it regardless, just to cross that off, because it is actually on my bucket list to read every book from the 100 books to read before you die list. And my version of the 100 books to read before you die is the updated version, which was like circa 2016, because the original version that I found, I don't know what year it was from, but it didn't include any books since it was published, obviously. And there's been so many good books out there since then, which for some reason included this one. But it included things like the series of unfortunate events books. It included the Girl on the Train, which is behind me. It included more modern literature that kind of got me revving, like I really wanted to read more. So I used that updated list. This was on it, so I have to read this at some point, but today is not that day. And then finally, I had Alice in Wonderland. Now, I said last week it was a really easy read. It was quite fun, and I was surprised because I didn't like the movies. That opinion changed. The book has been completed. I did get to the end, so wanted to DNF it, but I didn't. I got to the end because I'm a good boy, and it got 1 star. It was horrendous. Like, I don't know why. It was literally... Check out my review on Goodreads. My review on Goodreads literally just says, what drugs was this guy on? And that is literally it. That is the entire review. Some crazy stuff happened, but I don't... Like, I've seen the film of Alice in Wonderland. I don't really remember it. I know that the point is just for it to be a children's story and quite a fun story. But I've read a lot of children's stories. That is not like any children's story I've ever read. Really, it is just crazy shit after crazy shit after crazy shit. Like, none of it makes sense. None of it is coherent. It's just things keep happening and there was no logic to it. I was like, well, if there's no... I get that Alice in Wonderland isn't really a logic-based book, but at least have a story to it. Like, it just made absolutely no sense. Sentences that were being said didn't make sense. Like, words... Like, physical sentences that characters said were just random words. And it didn't make sense. Like, I get it. It doesn't have to make perfect sense because that is what Alice in Wonderland is. I'm all on board. But some things have to, just to keep you grounded in that normality. Did it? No. I have to stop because otherwise I'm just going to rant. And I don't really know what I want to rant about. But I know I want to rant. So, I am done on that. 1 star. It were crap. Don't bother. If you've bothered... I apologise. We will go to therapy together. So, this week I started Target Alex Cross, which was on my TBR, and I'm really glad that I started this. But, as I said earlier, I've not really been in the mood for reading. I'm only on page 28. I don't know how many pages is actually in here. Why do I always do this? I never actually check the information first. La 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 la. Is it? Where is it? Oh, damn it, it's gone. There we go. 414. There are 414 pages. I'm on page 28. So I have a long way to go. I'll get it done. If I feel as though I'm able to kind of pick up the pace when it comes to reading over the next few days, I could get this done easily by weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. Not much has happened. Well, actually, quite a lot has happened. One, the President of the United States has died of a medical condition. Then a very prominent senator lady has been shot dead outside of her house by a sniper. And, well, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what's happened. Alex has gone to the scene, found out that where the sniper was and where they shot from, and that's it. But again, 30 pages in, so not really that much is happening. But it's James Patterson, it's Alex Cross. Of course, I love it. I'm just not in the reading mood, so I've just not really been picking it up much. Like, I've been taking it with me everywhere. I'm walking around like a school child on the first day of school, like. But I'm just not opening it because I'm just not feeling it, and I don't want to force myself to read a book, especially one that I love, if I'm not in the mood for it, because it'll just make me dislike it. So that's what I've really been doing this week. Finally, I actually started an ebook, which I did want for my mental health-a-thon TBR. It's on the TBR, and I asked to borrow it from the library via ebook. And basically, because it's quite a popular book, this is the only slot I could get. So I'm starting my mental health-a-thon early. just because I have no other option. It's either I'd read it now or I never read it. So I'm reading Beartown. And this has been a fairly popular book. Well, it is. It has been on some of the booktubers that I follow. They've read the book, and I'm really enjoying it. Basically, Beartown is about a town which is obsessed with hockey. The entire town loves hockey. It is a hockey town. And the story is going to unfold that a character in the story is raped by a hockey player. And it shows the big town divide on how it's handled. Because hockey is such a big thing, because it's such a main part of that town, how are people going to now treat this hockey player? Will they treat him as a rapist, or will they look at him and say, no, he's a star player, we don't care what he's done, he needs to win this game for us? And I'm assuming that's how it's going to go. All I know is it's about how the town is divided because of this event that happens. So obviously there will be content warnings for rape in this. It's not happened yet, so I can't really say like any sort of detail about whether it was handled well or not or anything like that. But we know it's going to happen, so warnings for that. Up to now, I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 125 pages in and nothing's happened. Like, it starts out quite well in terms of character building. Like, I've gotten to know pretty much every member of this bleeding town at this rate, and for some reason I'm really enjoying it. Like, I am not a person that reads a book with no plot, because I just think you can tell me about these people as much as you want, unless they do something, I don't care. And I'm never really one to enjoy a no plot story, and I think maybe I'm only really entertaining it because I know a plot is coming. But the first 100 and odd pages, just character building, and I'm really enjoying the story, which is weird, but it works, so can't complain. And I think, because I have done a bit of reading today, I think I'm now starting to get bored of it. Yeah, I'm starting to get bored of the character thing. I need a bit of plot now. I say 125 pages is more than enough time to tell me about every resident of the town. But I think if the plot doesn't come soon, like within the next 50 pages, I'm going to be getting quite annoyed. And it's over 400 pages via my ebook, so I'm definitely expecting it before page 200, because I ain't dealing with more than half a book with no plot. Won't be standing for it. So that is what I've been reading this week. It's been a slow ride. I finished City of Bones, which I've absolutely loved. I will be continuing on with that series 100%. Casual Vacancy I'm done with. Alice in Wonderland I'm done with. I'm going to be carrying on with Target Alex Cross and Beartown, and I'm really enjoying them. I also need to read Outsider by Stephen King, which wasn't in any of my TBRs, but it is my book club's choice, and our next book club meeting is on the 1st of May. Basically, we was told to bring a book and we will pick from the selection which one is best. And my book won. It was Outsider by Stephen King, and I am the only one in the book club who has not started the book. The majority of the book club have finished it, but I have not started it yet. So I need to start it this week because I need to make sure that gets done. So depending on how I'm feeling reading-wise, this may take a bit of a backseat. I need to finish Beartown because I only have the book on loan for 8 more days and then I have to give it back. And I need to get Outsider done by the 1st of May. Whereas this one, other than personal time limits, I don't have a time limit. So hopefully I'm just really going to get back into reading soon and all will be good and we'll have no issues. All of them will be done. But if I'm not getting through them that much, this one will be sadly my backseater, and I'll just have to continue it after I've finished the others. So that is all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell so you're always notified. And do not forget, to anyone that actually watches this, I am still hosting my giveaway. It closes on the 1st of May, and all you have to do is go to the actual video, which I will put here, and all you have to do is go down, leave me some comments for a Q&A that I'm going to be doing, and then every comment is worth one. Every question that you leave will be worth one submission into the giveaway. You're allowed a maximum of 5, and then basically you'll see if you win when it closes on the 1st of May. So please enter that. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I post every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, and then during this time intermittently throughout the week. So until next time, I will see you later. So it's time to get to the unboxings. And obviously the bit you all have come to see, me failing at opening them. So let's see. Oh, I did it. Yay! It felt only right to get you the second book too. Hope it's a fun read. Enjoy, from Brooke. Jackie Haha number 2. Now, Brooke got me the first one quite a while ago, and I've been really looking forward to reading it. I've been saving it for the Believe-a-thon, which is happening in May. I don't know where it's going. I haven't actually planned a TBR or a journey. I'm doing that as I go because I want to be fully immersed and just pick a road without being biased by the prompts. But I was definitely going to try and fit it in somewhere. And now I have the second one to add to the collection. So even better. Thank you so much, Brooke. Oh, crap. This one's a bigger one, which makes me scared. I always feel guilty when people buy me things, like I'm not worthy. Why would you do this? This was my favourite book of 2019. I hope you love it as much as I do, from Steph. Couldn't get you the first one and not the second, from Steph. Wow. Oh my god. A Curse So Dark and Lonely and A Heart So Fierce and Broken. Now, I've really wanted to read these for so long. I discovered these on BookTube. They are retellings and I've never read a retelling, so now I have an excuse to. And Steph, I can't believe you sent me them both. That is literally the loveliest thing ever. Anyone who has sent me a gift and I've spoken about will be linked down below, so please check them both out. Brooke and Steph are absolutely fantastic people. So yeah, check them out. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Look how beautiful. They're so shiny. Look how beautiful that is. These covers are absolutely stunning. I cannot believe that I've got these books, and I can't believe that I've got Jackie Haha. I feel shaken by the fact that people have been so kind and actually sent me books. Like, I feel as though I have to keep these a secret because, you know, family will kill me. But I'm speechless. I am honestly speechless. I cannot wait to get to them. I am so excited. That's literally how I feel, just... So, yesterday I filmed my weekly vlog and my unboxing, and I was going to upload it today, and then just as I was about to upload it, I got another parcel. I honestly feel like it's my birthday. It's amazing. I feel like this is more than I get on my birthday, because I have people that absolutely refuse to buy me books because I have too many, and now I'm getting loads of books and I'm loving it. So I just thought, rather than wait till next week and leave it shoved in a corner until next week, I'm going to unbox it now, re-edit, add it to the list, and then we'll go from there. So, how do I open this? This is different. Do I do it like this? Do it like normal? That's a beautiful feeling when you do it in one. Happy reading from your ever loyal personal librarian. And that's from Jade from Paperback to Hardback, who is now actually starting her YouTube channel. And I cannot wait for her first video. And basically, whenever her video goes up, you have to watch it. Okay. I can like see the book, but I can't see what the book is, and I'm really nervous to actually look at what the book is. I'm really... A Court of Thorn and Roses, Sarah J. Maas. I've never read Sarah J. Maas. I've actually recently done a video saying I will never read a lot of Sarah J. Maas's books. I haven't included that one on that list because I do actually want to read this series, and now I can. But it also gives me justification, once I've read this one, obviously, to say, I've read Sarah J. Maas, and that's why I won't read that series. I'm actually really excited. Like, I assume this is the first one in the A Court of Things. I can't remember what they're called. What's the series called? Does anyone know? Like, I think this is more of a fantasy than I'm ever really used to, but I think that's what I need. I think I just need to take it bit by bit, because I have the fantasy worlds like, well, like, for example, the Mortal Instruments. It's the second one. For example, the Mortal Instruments, that's very light fantasy because it's a lot of the fantasy. It's a lot of the fantasy elements, like the supernatural creatures, the werewolves, the vampires, the shadow hunters, all of that, but it's in a very real world setting. It's set in New York and it happens in New York. It doesn't happen in another world. So that was a very good place for me to start, and I love it. And then Harry Potter, it's set, you know, it's set in England, it's set in the real world. It then takes you to a magical world, but it's kind of grounded in a bit of real life. It's based off real life relationships and all of that, and there's just magical elements to it, and I think that's a good place to start. Then I read The Hobbit, which was quite a big jump, so that shocked me, but I still really enjoyed that. And I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those that just slowly, bit by bit, takes me into that world of fantasy, and maybe more high fantasy than I'm used to, and I am looking forward to that because everyone seems to really love fantasy, and I, for some reason, cannot get into it. And I'm hoping that I can eventually, and this is a perfect place to start. Now, I don't know why I'm going to read the back out, because I feel like everyone's probably read this book, but I'm really excited, and I don't know what it's about, so I want to know. So, oh, bloody hell, the first word. What's that name? How do you say that? Feyre. Why does it never focus? This is the most annoying part of my life. Is it Feyre? Feyre. I'm going to pronounce it as Feyre. If it's wrong, tell me what to pronounce it as. Feyre is a huntress. She thinks nothing of slaughtering a wolf to capture its prey. That's rude. But, like all mortals, she fears what lingers mercilessly beyond the forest, and she will learn that taking the life of a magical creature comes at a high price. Imprisoned in an enchanted court in her enemy's kingdom, Feyre is free to roam, but forbidden to escape. Her captor's body bears the scars of fighting, and his face is always masked, but his piercing stare draws her ever closer. As Feyre's feelings for Tamlin begin to burn through every warning she's been told about his kind, an ancient, wicked shadow grows. Feyre must find a way to break a spell or lose her heart forever. And it's the first in an epic new fantasy trilogy. So, love it. I love that it has a disclaimer saying contains mature content, not suitable for young readers. I don't know why, that just made me chuckle. So I am loving it. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I'm so glad I have it because it was a series I wanted to start, but a series I was too scared to start, and I didn't really want to buy the books in case I didn't like them. So this is a very good starting point, and if I love it, I can get the rest of the books. So I know I've already said a huge thank you, but thank you so much to Brooke, to Steph, and to Jade for gifting me these books. Thank you to everyone that has ever gifted me a book. Like, honestly, it means so much. I don't think you will ever understand just how grateful I am, because I don't like accepting gifts. It freaks me out. I always feel guilty. I'm like, no, just no. But I love it at the same time. It makes me feel so cared about, and it's such a lovely community to be involved in. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I promise I'm going to get to these books soon because you sent them me. I don't really know what else to say. Just thank you so much. So, thank you so much to everyone that gifted me things. Thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know what you think of the books I've discussed this week, because I have had some opinions. Other people might not like these opinions. I want to know what you feel, so please drop a comment down below and let me know. And that is all from me. So I post every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, and until next time, I will see you later.